Hi everyone, I'm going to do a quick video from this first Excel section 1.2 assignment. So if I start here, this is the calculation question, and the first thing said to, for me, it said rename my worksheet basic calculate. So I'm going to double click on that tab and I'm going to say this is basic calculate. And then I'm going to hit enter, and now it turned green when it updated it. All right, so I want you to be careful though when you're working with fractions, things that have parentheses. This first one, question B, we want to make sure that the thing in the parentheses is evaluated first, and then it will just follow order of operations. So remember, we need to start, if we want to calculate something in Excel, we need to tell it that we're calculating by, say, this cell is equal to, this told me to put it in C3, this is equal to 12 divided by 3 times, and I want to put this whole thing in parentheses, 0.24 minus 5.29. I use the caret key, raised to the negative first power, parentheses. All right, so it is just going to do this division first, and then it's going to do the parentheses first, and then it's going to do division multiplication. And then I have to hit enter, and then it's going to evaluate that. Let's talk about this next one, C, and it told me to put it in G11. So I'm going to come down here in G11, and to write this formula, I'm going to again tell it I want G11 to equal, and because this is a fraction, I want to keep this whole numerator together, so I have to put a parentheses around the numerator, 3 minus 0.24, close parentheses. I need that whole numerator divided by parentheses 1 minus 5.29. Hit enter. So notice if I just did, this is equal to 3 minus 0.24 divided by 1 minus 5.29. What it's going to do is it's going to do this division first, and then it's going to do the addition and subtraction. I'll get the incorrect answer. So be careful with that. Same thing when we're dealing with exponents and fractions as well. So if I put this in C11, okay, I want this to equal, because I just have a single number in the numerator and I don't have an expression, I don't need to put that in parentheses. So 222 is divided by this whole thing in the bottom, so I need to have parentheses. 1 plus 3, remember I need to do times, okay, 1 plus 0.24, and that is raised to, and I need it to be raised to this whole power, okay, because I have more than one term in the exponent, I have to put that in parentheses as well. Minus 5.29, enter. And I need, see, it's telling me that I forgot to put it another closing parenthesis because I want that whole thing. And you can see how the Excel will color code the parentheses to sort of let you know. And I have forgot to put the closing parentheses to tell it was in the entire denominator. Okay, so let me go to a next tab. I'm going to go down and I'm going to do one more problem. I want to do this problem, so I'm going to add another sheet. I'm just going to click plus here, all right, and then if I want to double click on this, and I want to call this question 5, and so then it asked me to make a table, an input-output table. That's what that means. My input variable is X, my output variable is Y. I always want you labeling these so that it's clear. And let's see if I can make this bigger here. Okay. And this is Y equals X plus 8 divided by X minus 11.411. All right. And let me make that bigger. And so then it told me to start with x equals -6. I want to go up to x equals 6, and I want the increments to be 0.5. So if I start with -6 and I hit enter, and then 0.5 increment would give me -5.5. So remember, I want to be able to tell Excel what the pattern is, and then I highlight it, so, or I select both of these so that Excel can see the pattern. And then I can just use this fill. When I bring my cursor down to the bottom right hand corner, that black plus sign tells me I'm using the fill feature, the fill handle. If I left click and hold, you can see how that little number below the plus sign, -3, -2.5, it's telling me what the value is going to be in there, and I want to go all the way to 6. This said I wanted to go to 6. And so now I filled that in. Let me put my formula in. I want this cell to equal, okay, I need to put my whole numerator in parentheses. Where's my x value? It's here in cell A2. I select that, plus 8, parentheses, close parentheses. That's my numerator. I want the whole numerator divided by the whole denominator. So now I need another parentheses. My x value is in A2, minus 11.411, close parentheses. And so now if I want to copy that down or fill the remaining cells, I'm going to pull my cursor down till I see the fill handle or that black plus sign, and then I can just double click on that and it will fill the entire table in. Okay, so now I want to create a smooth line graph, and we talked about this, it was in the notes. First thing I need to do is I need to tell Excel what I want to graph. So this is my table. I'm going to select the whole table. And then we're mostly in this class using the scatter plot graphing. So I'm going to go to Insert, and I see here scatter plot. This is the icon I want, scatter plot. Some people were using this line graph. That's not the correct one. You're going to get, I'll show you what you get if you use this one. I get two different, it's not graphing the A column as my input. It's using these numbers here as my input, and then it's graphing two outputs. So I don't want to use that. That's the wrong graph, okay? What I want to use is Insert, and I want to come down to the scatter plot one. And then I want to use smooth line graph. And now you can see, and if I'm going to off click here, but if I click on my graph, it's going to show me what my inputs are and my outputs are, so I can see exactly, did I pick the correct, or did I select the entire correct graph.